Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Nancy Mundy. I have been a corporate technology trainer at many major organizations for the past 12 years, and prior to that I was a camera operator and technical director in and around New York City. Our topic for today is PowerPoint delivery options. Let's say you've got your design features all worked out, you've rehearsed the content, but you're a little bit unsure about how to present those slides. Let me help you. To present confidently, you need to understand the interplay of three sets of settings: the computer monitor settings, the settings within PowerPoint and how it accesses the computer settings, as well as your meeting presentation settings. Let's jump right in. I know you can handle it. If you use the same setup over and over again, the Windows display settings are basically a one-shot deal. You're going to set it and forget it. But a lot of people are moving from their home office into the workplace and back out on a hybrid schedule. And you might also be moving to a church or community location and then back to your home and so on. So you want to know where this setting is. In Windows 10 or Windows 11, it lives under your Windows icon and the settings gear. The setting that we're looking for is under System and Display. Automatically it shows you what your displays available are. A lot of us work with three screens. You'll have your laptop, you'll have your display screen, and then you'll have a third screen for your notes. Today we're just looking at the primary and secondary screens. If you're not sure which is which, select Identify, and Windows is going to put a nice big number there for you, showing you which is which. So screen number 2 is the one I want to use. It's bigger, it's elevated, and that's my presentation screen. So I select that one, come down to multiple displays. I've already got this as make this my main display. If I wanted to change that, then the option is there. Know that these are also draggable. You can move them around. If you do that, you will be affecting your mouse movement, so double check that after you make that type of a change. The second setting that you need is Extend. You have the option to duplicate exactly what you're doing on one screen on the secondary or tertiary screen, but you want Extend, and this is from the origins of displaying and presenting, in which a speaker would be at the podium and a classroom or audience would be watching the presentation on a nice large overhead screen. So you have to select your primary screen, and you want to make sure that you have Extend selected. In Windows 10, the process is the same. Look for the Windows icon, click the settings gear, look for System Settings and Display. Identify just to double check, and in this case screen 1 is my larger extended display, so I'm going to select that one, and again I can move them around if I want to. And now I have to scroll down, make sure that I've got make this my main display selected, and that I am on Extend these displays. On a Mac, look under the Systems Preferences gear and then the Displays icon. And of course, if you are just using a laptop, you won't need to make any adjustments. If you're happy with what your desktop application of PowerPoint is doing for you without AI, you're fine there. Or you might be at work, or you might personally have a subscription to Microsoft 365. If not, you'll want to sign in at office.com, where you'll have access to M365 and the AI application. So let's do that. I'm going to be careful to use the Edge browser because I don't want to have Chrome's Gemini competing with Microsoft's Copilot. I'm going to keep everything in the Microsoft universe by using the Edge browser. By default, once I'm signed into Office, it throws me to the online version of Copilot. Here, I can move to the left menu and select PowerPoint. And pull up the same presentation that I was using on my desktop. And now, if I select the Copilot app in the top right, Copilot will access and comment on anything I have going on here. If I close the Copilot pane and select the Design tab, I have another AI feature here called Designer, which will allow me to redesign the slide based on any one of a number of designs. And on the Slideshow tab, I can rehearse with a coach, and the coach can also assess my body language. So there are 3 AI features available to you through Office.com that you may or may not have access to in your desktop application. You can present immediately directly from the Slideshow tab online. If you do that, you do want to be on the Slideshow tab and select from the beginning. And it will immediately select your primary monitor. If I escape for a moment and show you what happens, if I want to use presenter view, I'm going to move this out of the way just to show you. This is what you would see on the laptop if that is not your presenter screen, and then you would see the presentation full screen on your presentation screen. The presenter view, as you can see, it's broken up into 3 different sections. The presentation, the current slide, is in the larger section on the left. Notes that allow you to discuss the slide knowledgeably are on the right-hand side, and down at the bottom you'll see upcoming slides. If you choose not to use this, or let's say you only have the one screen, you also have those same controls down at the bottom of the screen here. However, I really prefer to present from the desktop application, and I will show you why. So what I like to do is go back to the Home tab, go to File, create a copy, and download a copy to my desktop so that I can work with it there. Back in our desktop version, the one error that I see quite a bit is that people stay on the Home tab to present and they just click through the little thumbnails on the left. It's a beginner mistake that a lot of people make, so don't feel bad if that's what you've been doing, which is what we call the Backstage View. This makes your viewers feel that you are not fully in control of your slideshow. Maybe you were a little unprepared. Maybe you don't really know how to present. That's what the Slideshow tab is for.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
To present, you want to be on the Slideshow tab. Now, in my desktop version, you can see that I can set up the slideshow choosing the monitor that I want. And this is where it refers back to your computer settings, right? So I'm in my desktop version now. I downloaded a copy. I opened it in my desktop version. I switched from the Home tab to the Slideshow tab, and now I just want to confirm that we're not using automatic. We want to say primary monitor because we have already told the computer, which in turn is going to tell PowerPoint, this is the monitor on which we want our presentations to live. Now that you've got that set up, you can decide if you want to use presenter view or not. And you can decide, let's present from the beginning, and it does exactly the same thing. So just be clear that you are on the Slideshow tab and you have escape from the beginning. Select your monitor and decide if you're using more than one monitor, if you want to use presenter view. Now my presenter view is on my other monitor. Down at the bottom left, if I'm not using presenter view, I have all of the arrows to navigate, and if I hit escape, it takes me right back to my Backstage View. The escape key will help you out whichever view, whether you select presenter or not, but the navigation tools will be there only if you don't select presenter view, because they exist here in presenter view. So we're now comfortable with our computer settings. We've made a beautiful presentation. We worked it out online so that we had access to the AI features we want. We downloaded it to our desktop, and we set the settings that we need in our desktop version of PowerPoint so that we can use presenter view or not, and we're confident that it'll present on the correct monitor. And now we're going to present in a meeting. I've opened a Zoom meeting, which we all do know how to do. And let's say I'm going to share. So I have the green share button we're all comfortable with. And it asks me, what am I doing? Most people automatically say, well, let me just share this screen. But as you can see, it does also have our online app and the online app here and the desktop app here. Even if we're just presenting the screen, on the far right, you can see that if I have a number of choices of how I would like my slideshow to be presented, I can say content only. I can put myself in there, and I can even adjust the size of it. I can make it an over the shoulder or a side by side. What you do want to keep in mind, though, is that Zoom is only going to, even if I were to choose one of the applications, it's still going to show the view that I have chosen. And in this case, I'm still showing my Backstage View, not professional. So I'm going to come back and share the screen. But let's say I want to make sure I've got my slideshow view set correctly too, and I do also have presenter view on my secondary monitor. So we want to be careful to have our slides in slideshow view and have the Zoom meeting, if you only have one monitor, overlapping it. If you have two, have them on two separate monitors, and so on. Then we want to be careful whether we're sharing the application or whether we're sharing a screen. And then once we're sharing, we want to make sure that we have the correct view, if we want to put it behind us or if we just want to share content, and so on. Finally, if your slideshow does contain a little video, in your sharing options, you will share sound, of course, and optimize it for video sharing. If you do want to present a video within your PowerPoint, make sure that the video is downloaded and sitting on your computer. You don't want to have your whole audience wait while the computer goes out online and accesses a link and so on. So videos really should be presented from your computer. Sharing options in Teams are very similar. When you select Share up here, you do want to make sure, once again, that you are already on the slideshow tab and you've already selected from the beginning before you start to share. Once you select Share, it knows that I'm using presenter mode, which I had selected in PowerPoint, and we have very similar options for presenting the layout, right? I can have myself in front of it and so on. And I select the screen that I want to present. That goes away. The little person comes down into the lower left or right. And there's my slideshow. Trainers present all the time and are fluent in all of these settings. If you rarely present and want to get comfortable with it, my best recommendation is to practice, practice, practice. When I had a new presentation to master, I used to present it to my cat. A friend or family member will also do. Set up a meeting and invite that person on his or her computer. Do at least one live rehearsal. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And if you found the content useful, please do consider subscribing to my channel.